Hello, everyone. My name is Ashley. I am your IBCLC FNP. Welcome to Voices of Milk and Motherhood. And I have a special guest, very special guest. This is my husband, Stas, and I'll be interviewing him today to discuss breastfeeding, right? It's something that we both experience. We have 2 children together and we anticipate another one on the way. And it's good to hear from our partners, our husbands, about what it's like and what their perception of breastfeeding is like for them. So I'm going to begin by asking you our first question. So thinking back to before our first child was born, what were your expectations about?
Something that I didn't expect to see in public, and if I did, I thought it was a little taboo. But after having kids, it's like somebody sneezes and you say bless you. Something like that.
Okay, all right, that's good. I mean, the thing is that that's very common for a lot of men in general, or people in general. It's not until you're actually in the situation then you start seeing the reality of it. How did watching me nurse our son for 18 months and our daughter for 3 years change your understanding of what breastfeeding really takes?
It's hard work. Weaning off is a little difficult, but I took pride because I feel whatever you put in, you get out. And I try to clean and cook inside the house, not to eat out much, and try to give the most nutrient-dense food. So when it is transferred into the milk, the baby would be to a head start through good nutrition.
And what moments from those years stand out to you the most?
Seeing the baby sucking milk and laughing while it's spilled everywhere. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, so you do have those, what do you call those moments of, blops or blips, what they call them, like, that happens?
Well, yeah. I was like, oh, I did that.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. But, that's just part of the process. And for those of you who don't know, yes, it happens. What do you think you did that helped me out the most during breastfeeding?
I supported you and I followed your instructions on how to warm up milk, how to store it, giving it a time schedule, and just make sure to burp after and make sure he's fed, stuff like that.
Okay, what about, did you do like any other things that helped out with, because I was breastfeeding most of the time, so it's, other things needed to be, I guess, addressed. I know, to me, you were very supportive. You did almost everything. Even though I breastfed, but you kind of just took over of like really even diaper changes, basic care.
Well, the diaper changing helped because I worked for the Board of Education for District 75, where I was changing diapers for adult children. And it wasn't that big of a deal. I'm blessed to have experience, and that transferred over into having kids.
It was really helpful. So it's a good thing for that great experience you had at this.
I didn't think I was going to clean a girl ever in my life, but I did. It works. Good.
How did you handle times when I was in pain, tired, or even when I was doubting myself?
Lucky it wasn't me.
It's like Sam, I'm glad I'm not a girl. Oh gosh, that's our son, by the way. And were there moments that you felt unsure of, like how to help? And if so, like what did you learn from?
I just learned to look at you and try to assess the situation as best as I can. And if I mess up, I'll fix it. And if I did a good job, then I did a good job.
And what was the hardest part of the breastfeeding journey from your perspective?
When they were crying to get some TT milk and you were trying to wean them off, and I just wanted to get some sleep. And I was like, just give them the breast. But we kept at it and it worked out.
It eventually worked out. I mean, I think it was a lot easier for me with Sam from my first, but for my daughter it wasn't. But as I shared in the past, it was okay. I was working, going to school full time. So that was like the only thing that connected me with her. So it was okay for me, but I know weaning can be hard for the partner, for you as well. So did you feel like breastfeeding changed our relationship?
I think it brought us closer because we were doing what nature intended it to do. And because I'm a nature-loving person, I enjoyed watching that. It was good. It was a good journey that I'm going to experience again. I look forward to it.
And as you prepare to breastfeed another baby,
you breastfeed, I help.
How do you feel about that?
I look forward to it. I enjoy it because you feed it, you see the kid grow. It's a lot of joy for that.
And is there anything you do differently for our third child that you didn't do before?
Nope, I'm just gonna see what happens with this one.
Okay.
Take it as is.
And what are some lessons that you learned the last children, our other two children, that you would carry into this time with this baby?
Coffee with butter is really good, and sugar.
Explain that. How is that going to help?
You just have a lot of energy to do what you need to do. Always ask your wife, what does she need? And just do whatever needs to be done.
What would you say to a partner who feels that breastfeeding is just a mom's job?
I would say it takes two, so therefore can't expect one to do. I think it needs both parents because sometimes you'll be at work and you have to fill in that role. So I think you should just enjoy that journey. It's cool. You don't get to do it every single day for a brief moment of your life and then it's gone and then you'll miss it unless you have a lot of kids.
Really good advice. And what would you tell, the partners? But is there anything in particular that they should do maybe the first week of breastfeeding that's different?
I don't think you should have any expectation as a man. I think you should just be a supportive individual and everything will work out. And it's okay if you fail, you can get a lactation service.
For sure. For sure. And how has breastfeeding shaped you as a father?
It just brings you back to nature because you get to see how it was for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, or thousands of years.
Great advice. And just a last final message, anything you would like to share with fathers out there on what you should do, anything that they can support their partners, their wives, the mothers of their children?
Many different people can approach different situations many different ways. Find out which way works for you and support your partner. I don't have any expectation. I just know what needs to be done and that's what's going to be done.
So that will complete our interview, and I hope you got some insight from my husband's thoughts. Until next time, and continue to follow for Voices of Milk and Motherhood series, and we'll speak again. Thank you, Stas.